Good morning, everyone. It is about 6:30 on November the 13th, and the rutcation has started. Took a couple days off over the weekend. Had a deer come through this spot on Saturday morning. It's a deer I've gotten pictures of before. Big old, looks to be a 6-pointer. I don't think I'd pass him if he came through, but that big deer hasn't showed up on camera since I had the one set of pictures from him. But the deer definitely moving. Had one on another spot in public. One show up at just before 6 this morning. Way deep in the woods, but a really nice looking deer. I've already had a really eventful morning in a not good way. Driving down the interstate coming here, I absolutely nailed a deer. Sucks. It did some pretty good damage to the truck. It's still drivable, but it does not look great. So, already got all that squared away, so I got a late setup in the stand. Just got squared away, so haven't had anything come through, but they're definitely moving. So I'm hoping with how cruddy I started this morning, hopefully things turn around. Just gonna try to stay positive and enjoy the morning the best I can. So just keep our fingers crossed and hope they're moving. So it's a little after 10 now. It's warmed up a little bit. It's nice and comfortable out, but no deer movement this morning. So I'm gonna pack it up and get on out of here. This spot's pretty good early morning if I'm looking to see deer, but after 10 they don't really come all through here, and usually get nighttime pictures if anything. But deer were definitely moving at that other spot. Had that real nice one come through like 5:40 this morning, and then doe and probably that buck again came through. It was a blurred picture, so I couldn't tell what it was. I just know it's a deer, and that was about 30 minutes ago. So they are up in there, and that's where I'm going to be heading this afternoon. I'm going to pack out the camera stuff from this spot, but keep the stand here because I have a stand out in that spot already, plus another camera. So plan is to climb on out of here, get back to the truck, get a bite to eat, warm up a little, and then get back out there by the early afternoon. And hopefully they're still in the area. Hopefully I can lay my eyes on a nice deer. So pretty excited to get out there, ready to get a warm cup of coffee and kind of reset myself for this afternoon. So like I said, getting on out of here, and I'll see you guys in a few hours. Well, y'all, got some food in me. It's still the morning. I think it's 11:45 now, so almost lunchtime, and I'm gonna be walking into this piece. I am probably about 4.5 miles away from where I was this morning, but this spot I've been looking at for a couple seasons actually, and I hunted in the general area a couple times with no luck, but there's definitely bucks in this area, and there was one in there this morning at 5:40. So I'm hoping he's still in the area. I'm hoping I get in there nice and quiet, giving myself plenty of time to hike on in. It should be a relatively easy walk. It's just quite a long ways. It's about 1.5 miles in there. So I got a stand up in there that I put in around June. Have a camera up there, and had some decent bucks showing up in velvet. Kind of got quiet through October, but there's been some deer showing up here and there past few days. So just shot a little bit, feeling dialed, ready to hike on in there, and pretty excited for this afternoon's sit. So beautiful weather. We got a perfect south wind. It's in the mid 40s right now. It's gonna be dropping as the sun goes down, so should be a good evening. Pretty excited. So I'll see you guys from the stand. All settled in here. It's a bit mistaken about that walk in. It's every bit of 2 miles, and it's pretty thick in between the trail and getting off into here, but got in, didn't spook anything. There's definitely some buck sign on the way in. Saw a few rubs, and there's a rub right here beneath me as well. And that buck crossed 15 yards in front of the stand this morning. Got a perfect south wind. It's right in my face. We're surrounded by thick bedding, creek bottom down off to my right, top of the mountains right here, and this fence crossing here has been worked pretty good. So we'll see what's coming through. I keep my expectations low because I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but it is a good looking spot. So it's not even 1:45 yet. It's still real early, so I'm gonna be sitting out here the next few hours till sundown and hoping that big buck or another one comes cruising through here. So let's see. Hey. Oh my goodness. That was incredible. And that's exactly what I'm looking for November 13th. I spotted that buck 70 yards down the mountain. He was coming up right at me, but he was acting weird. It wasn't like he was cruising. But I only saw him over there, but he was just standing, milling around a little bit, and then he disappeared, and all of a sudden I heard running again, and a grunt. I'm like, he's got to be with a doe. Next thing I know, that doe came running up through this opening. She came through perfect, of course, right in front of me at like 15 yards, but got a little uncomfortable. My wind's blowing up the mountain, and she ended up crossing right up into here, and he skirted beneath me. So I was in between the two deer, and he was obviously a little uncomfortable, but he got to this spot. It's 23 yards, and he was right on the edge, and it was a quartering 2 shot, but I put it right on his shoulder, and it was a touch high, but right when that arrow impacted, I saw a ton of blood coming out, and it full pass through. So I don't think there's any way he made it out of that bottom. He ran right down into there, and sounded like he crashed pretty hard. So 2 years in a row, baby. Public land, and this is as public land as it gets. I'm deep in here, 2 miles. I've got mountains all around me. There is not any roads out here. Oh, this is incredible. This is like my dream, is to do this. And sure, he's not a giant, but he looked like a nice deer, and out here I'm gonna take whatever I can get. Just a beautiful, beautiful hunt. Obviously the sun's going down now, so the track will probably be in the dark, but hopefully it's a short one. So I'm gonna start packing up, and I'll get down to the arrow and get with you guys there. Right. Well, I'm down, I'm on the ground, the base of the tree. You can see my stand just above me, up in that tree. And he was downhill, the doe was up above me. He was down here, so let's go check out that arrow. Standing right about here. There's the arrow. See that knock glowing. Zipped right through him. Red blood. I don't know, it looks pretty good. Shot angle, everything. Looks like a very dead deer. The way this thing blew right through him was kind of insane. So, it's been about 30 minutes since the shot. As you can see, it's dark. So I'm gonna pick up the trail now and see what we can find at the end of it. Well, folks, when I say this blood trail is out of control, this is the craziest blood trail I've ever followed. It's insane. It's like a horror movie. I mean, I'm getting to this log right here, and it's just absolutely painted. And not 2 steps away, there he is, laid right down. I think gravity carried him most of the way. He got down here into this thick stuff, so getting him out of here is going to be a task. Great deer, almost a 9-point. Awesome, awesome, big deer. Well, y'all, got him drug up out of that bottom, and it was a tough one, but I got him up here on a flat spot, and we're gonna probably quarter him out and get him on out of here. My dad's on his way, gonna be meeting me, and hopefully we can get him out in one trip. Like I said, I'm 2 miles in, so it's gonna be a long night, but just right now I'm just beyond blessed. I feel so lucky to be sitting behind this deer and to have the success that I've had so far this season. It was already one for the record books, and this is just the cherry on top for everything. Another public land buck, deep here in the mountains, hard to hunt, hard to find deer, but we got on him first hunt out here, and 2nd year in a row, got a public land buck on my hands, and first day of the rutcation. So I got a good bit of time now to take care of this guy, to get him on out of here, and just to relax and enjoy my vacation. So again, guys, I'm pretty speechless. When you hunt November, you want it to go a certain way, and it pretty much went perfectly tonight. Had that doe come through. I spotted this guy early, but that doe cost him because he followed her right on in here. Didn't read the script perfectly, but he did just enough to make a shot, and I hit him pretty far forward, but the exit is right in the armpit, and pretty lethal shot. And like I said, that blood trail was unbelievable. One of the craziest blood trails I've ever had. Just an absolute trail of paint, red paint that, I don't know, it was an insanely great blood trail, and one like I've never had before. But a lot of work to do now. Got the game bags, got the knives, and we're ready to quarter this bugger out and get him on out of here. Just another awesome year, another awesome time out here on public land, and until next time, guys, I'll see you.